So that was Boots of Spanish Leather by Bob Dylan. So basically, the whole song is just that repeated section over and over again. I think he does it like about 9 times. And the verse is basically, it's just that verse over and over again. And he has different lyrics going over it. And I think the beautiful part about this song is the lyrics, I think, more than anything. That's kind of what the focus is on. So I think that's pretty important. If you want to play this song, you should probably learn the lyrics. And the thing about the lyrics is that there's so much, it's kind of hard to remember. So I would say that's probably the most difficult part. But the guitar part is pretty simple. It's a pretty standard finger picking pattern. Oh, and when he plays this song, he plays it, I think he tunes his guitar up a half step. But right now I'm in E standard, so I think I might be a little off. I don't know. I just tuned it by ear, but I think I'm in E standard right now. So if you want to play it with the recording, just put a capo on the first fret or tune your guitar up a half step, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but if that's what you want to do, be my guest. So, yeah, what else is there to say? I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. So let's get into the finger picking pattern. So basically, what you start on is just a G chord, but I personally just don't fret any of the other notes besides the low G on the E string, on the 6th string, because you don't have to because they're all open for the rest of the picking pattern. So it goes like this. So you go thumb, then a pinch on the 2nd and 4th strings, and I play that with my middle finger and my thumb. So I go, so all together we have thumb, pinch, thumb. So it's thumb, pinch, thumb. Then we add in our index and our thumb again on the 3rd string and the 4th string. So it's thumb, pinch with the middle and the thumb on the 4th and 2nd strings, then thumb, index on the 3rd string, thumb on the 4th. And then what he does from there is he hammers on into a C chord shape, but he leaves the G. He doesn't move up to the C on the A string. He leaves the G on the 6th string. So all together we've got so far. So we're adding in this C. So we're doing that with our middle finger on the 2nd string. So thumb, thumb, pinch, thumb, index, thumb, 2nd finger, thumb, pinch, thumb, index, thumb, and then middle finger again. So and he's letting go of that shape after he plays the C. So let go. Let go. Hammer on. Let go. And just play that pattern over and over again until you really internalize it and get it kind of muscle memory. But then where does he go from here? He goes, and he does another thumb, pinch, and a hammer on. So it's so that picking pattern is still the same in the right hand, or whatever your picking hand is, but in the fretting hand, it changes a little bit, but the picking pattern's always going to be. And sometimes he doesn't use that middle finger at the end. Sometimes he doesn't do this. That part, sometimes he'll just not play it. And so I would just kind of throw that around to kind of just mix it up and make it a little bit more interesting. But you don't have to do it every time. So from here, so I think just to reiterate what we've got so far. So it's thumb, pinch, thumb, index, thumb, second, boom, 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 boom. And he does it again. He does another after the hammer on part. So it's then we get into the rest of the song. So then he moves to this shape here, which is some sort of, I think, E minor shape, I think, or maybe not, I don't know. But it's a E, then you have an F sharp on the D string, so it's the 4th fret of the D string or the 4th string, and the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So, and that's going to sound like this. So he's leaving this 3rd string open. So altogether we have okay. And again, the picking pattern is the same. It's just thumb, pinch, thumb, index, thumb, second, thumb, pinch, thumb, index, thumb, second. And like I said, you can throw in the middle finger as you see fit. And then from here, so we go from to this chord shape, which is an F sharp and an A and a C. So, and that's F sharp is the 2nd fret on the 6th string, A is the 2nd fret on the G string, and the C is the 1st fret on the B string. So, and he's leaving the 4th string or the D open. So, and again, the picking pattern is still the same. It's gonna be the same for the whole song. So now altogether we've got he goes right back to that G/C chord right after he finishes this part. So it's and then from here he does the same, basically he does the same thing, the exact same thing that we just did, the whole loop. This time he goes and he plays this shape, the first shape, the kind of E shape first, and he plays it one time. He doesn't play it 2 times like the last section. So he just goes. And then from here he goes to an E minor, just a regular E minor shape, like the 2nd fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the D string. And he plays that one. He plays that one twice, so it's. And we keep going back to this shape. And then he does this. So he plays, so the way it goes is the first time around he plays this lick twice. Then he plays it once. Then he does the E minor twice. Then he does it once. And that's pretty much, once you get that down, that's the whole song. There's a couple of other things he does. Sometimes he adds in, like, he'll go, between verses, he'll go, or he'll go, he'll like do this, the second shape, and then he'll hammer on his pinky on the E string, so we'll go. And that's just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fancy. You can throw that in between some of the verses. Yeah, so that's the song. I would recommend playing it with the recording, learning the lyrics, and yeah, I hope that was helpful, and I hope you learned something. Okay, goodbye.